My name is Mariana Mendez. I'm 21 years old. I am half Salvadorian, half Mexican. Pretty much, I've been with CCNB for about 10 months. My mentors, they were mostly the crew supervisors that I worked on their crew. I started being a student in August because I joined a little bit early. I joined in July of last year. So I became a student in August.
Mari is a recipient of the State Seal of Civic Engagement. She recently finished all required evidence and presented that evidence, and she earned her State Seal of Civic Engagement. Let's just talk about the State Seal of Civic Engagement. Was this a hard project?
Not really. At first, I'm an overthinker, but once I started, I had to realize that I already had done the work. I just had to put it on slideshows and put it together and make it a way that people could understand how it took place, what was the problem, and what was the solution to it.
So you had what? There's 5 assignments to do. You wrote a letter of introduction. You answered self-reflection questions with the impact of what you're doing and why it matters and what you got out of it. You answered some questions about your site and focusing on civic engagement as singular projects. And then you did the mentor interview. Who was your mentor for this project?
My mentor was Louis. He was my mentor. He has so much patience. That's what I really like about him. He encouraged me to use the chainsaw. I was very scared at first, but he really encouraged me because we were working in this creek. We practiced tension, and I realized that it's not so scary, but it's also a tool that needs to be used in order to do the work that we do. If it wasn't for his encouragement, I honestly wouldn't have done it. He really did see that I strived through it. It really did change me a lot. So it was definitely a caterpillar to a butterfly.
You were so great in your presentation, the way that you talked to your audience, shared your photos, talked about your experiences. It was really a beautiful job. You talked about the work you did with the Conservation Corps, and you made some strong connections with civic engagement, highlighting the work that you do as a Corps member that makes the world a better place, that improves your community. Want to talk about this project, the Redwood Tree Project, just a little bit?
This is my favorite project that I ever did. It's the definition of what seems impossible isn't really always impossible. Usually on these trails, I do road access where I cut and trim leaves during the season of the time that it was very rainy and the storms were crazy and the winds were higher than ever. This redwood tree covered the other side of the trail and the whole creek, which created a big blockage in the creek.
You see this work that you're doing with this Redwood Tree Project, the Fire Fuel Reduction Project.
Trail work.
You understood that this work was meaningful to the community.
First, with the redwood tree, I was able to see the creek flow very smoothly and see all the ducks and all the beautiful creatures pass. When I was working up in those hills, I'm like, I'm really tired, but at the end of the day, this is doing something to help people hopefully have peace at night, knowing that somebody's working, trying to prevent fires, working in the water and removing blockages. So overall, it was definitely rewarding to me because I got to go home and think positive about what I did that day.
If a student at John Muir was looking at the State Seal of Civic Engagement, what advice would you have for them?
Definitely not be nervous because I think this helped me a lot. Just pretty much explain what you do and why you do it. Why is it important? It helps me feel a lot better because I feel like a lot of our work is unrecognized. It should be recognized more, but when I do get recognized, it makes me feel a lot better about myself because I know that I did something good.
I hope that everyone is inspired by your presentation. I hope John Muir students see that as Corps members, they've already done the work to earn the State Seal, like you said, and now they just need to present that evidence, improving our community, making the world a better, more beautiful place. Our John Muir students, Conservation Corps members. Congratulations on earning the State Seal of Civic Engagement, and thank you for sharing a little bit about your story as a Corps member.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you for listening to Voices of JMCS. Until next time, keep growing, keep showing up, and keep using your voice.